There is a particular kind of exhaustion that comes from knowing you are capable of more, yet watching your life remain in the same place. Not because you don't have ideas, not because you are not intelligent, not because you lack ambition, but because somehow everything feels heavy. And the more potential you know you have, the more painful it becomes. If you have ever looked at your life and thought, I know I can do more than this, but still find yourself overwhelmed, mentally scattered, and unable to move consistently, this conversation is for you. You know what's interesting? Most people assume talented women struggle because they need more discipline, but that has never been the full story. Because many talented women are already trying, they are reading, planning, learning, saving ideas, taking courses, writing goals, starting projects, thinking deeply about their future. Yet somehow nothing feels fully connected. Everything feels half finished, half started, half executed. And after a while, the problem stops feeling like productivity. It starts feeling personal. You begin to question yourself. Maybe I'm lazy. Maybe I'm inconsistent. Maybe I'm wasting my potential, Jari. Maybe everyone else knows something I don't know. And that internal conversation becomes exhausting. What many women don't realize is this: mental stuckness is often emotional before it becomes practical. Sometimes you are not struggling because you have too few ideas. You are struggling because you have too many ideas, too many responsibilities, too many expectations, too many unfinished thoughts, too many visions of yourself competing for attention. The entrepreneur part, the mother part, the wife part, the creative part, the dreamer, the caregiver, the woman trying to heal, the woman trying to build, the woman trying not to disappoint anyone. And every day, all of them are asking for something from you. No wonder your mind feels crowded. No wonder simple decisions feel difficult. No wonder rest doesn't always feel restful. Sometimes when I rest, I'm like, oh, I will feel guilty. Yes. A while ago, I found myself sitting in front of my laptop. I had notebooks filled with ideas, projects I wanted to write, kids' books that I wanted to publish, content I wanted to create, plans I genuinely cared about. From the outside, it looked like motivation should have been enough, but inside I felt tired, terribly tired, not physically, emotionally. The kind of tiredness that comes from carrying too many mental labs open for too long. And I realized something important. I wasn't lacking ambition. I wasn't lacking intelligence. I wasn't lacking vision. I was carrying too much invisible weight. And invisible weight is dangerous because nobody sees it. People only see people only see what isn't getting done. They don't see what you are carrying while trying to do it. One of the most freeing relaxation I have ever had is this: potential and capacity are not the same thing. You may have enormous potential, but if your emotional capacity is depleted, your potential can't fully express itself. Think about that. We often judge ourselves based on what we know we are capable of, but we rarely account for what we are carrying: the grief, the pressure, mental cluster, comparison, uncertainty, disappointment, unprocessed emotions, constant responsibility. These things consume energy. Honestly speaking, before I started arranging these clothes, I was already tired, like mentally tired. And when energy is constantly being consumed, progress naturally becomes harder. Not because you are broken, but because you are human. So what helps? Not more pressure, not harsher self criticism. Don't give yourself too much. Don't harsh yourself. I don't know if you get that. Don't be harsh with yourself. not punishing yourself for what you haven't done. What helps is creating space, space to think, space to process, space to simplify, space to choose what matters most right now. Many women are trying to organize their lives when what they really need first is to organize their mind. You don't need to carry every dream at once. You don't need to solve your entire future this week. You don't need to become your best self overnight. Sometimes rebuilding begins with something much smaller. A clearer morning, a quieter evening, one completed task, one honest conversation, one intentional decision. Small acts of clarity creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence. By the time I'm done with this chores of my arranging my clothes, I didn't do anything else. I just go back to my bed, relax, and I was happy because I'm able to achieve a particular task in a day. If you have been feeling mentally stuck lately, I want you to hear this. You are not the only woman carrying invisible weights. You are not the only woman trying to hold everything together. You are not the only woman who knows she's capable of more but feels emotionally exhausted. Many women are silently carrying the same burden. The difference is that very few people talk about it honestly. If this conversation resonates with you, tell me in the comments, what is one thing you have been carrying silently, not because I have all the answers, but because sometimes healing begins when we finally put words to what we have been holding. And if you are in season of rebuilding, I hope this channel feels like a safe space, a safe place to do that. Together, slowly, honestly, without pretending. The truth is, most transformations are not loud. They do not happen in dramatic momentum. They happen quietly, in ordinary mornings, in difficult decisions, in private reflections, in the choice to keep becoming, even when nobody is watching. So, if life feels slower than you hoped right now, be gentle with yourself. Some women, they are not falling behind, they are not failing, they are rebuilding. And rebuilding takes time. It's a gradual process. I will see you in the next Becoming Us section. Until then, choose clarity over pressure, peace over performance. And remember, you don't have to become someone else. You simply have to return to yourself. Bye for now.